Hey, everybody, and welcome to Superhero Speak. I'm your host, Dave. And a little bit different this Sunday night. We are not live, obviously. This is pre recorded. We decided to take the night off because we do have a couple more interviews. We recorded at New York Comic Con and wanted to get some of those out. And of course, this one is with our good friend, Rich Douek. We talked with him at New York Comic Con. We sat with him. We stood with him for about a half hour, talked about books he's got coming out, books that are currently out that you should be checking out, and what he's been up to. And we had a long, interesting conversation about AI and the future of comics. He had a really great take on it. There's a little bit of chaos in this interview. Some people walk in front of the camera as we're recording. There's some weird stuff going on in the background. This is in the press lounge, by the way, all this craziness going off. So it was interesting. But yeah, it's always great to catch up with friends. Rich has been a friend of the podcast for a long time now, since I want to say at least 6 or 7 years now, and we love his work, and we continue to have a great relationship with him. So without further ado, here are Don and I with Rich Douek at New York Comic Con.
Did you hit the record button?
I did. Yeah, let me get that. I swear I did. You'll never let me live that down.
No.
You'll never let me live that
We
down.
lost the whole interview because someone, it was recording, you hit the button again.
You get what you pay for, sir. You get what you pay for.
All right. Here we are. It's not New York Comic Con. We don't speak to our good friend, Rich Douek. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you guys doing? Having a good con so far?
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, so far it's been really good.
Yeah. Making a lot of connections. Talking to a lot of people.
Yeah. Doing my thing. I didn't table this year, so I'm just kind of wandering around, but I like that too because I get to, see, it's like you sort of like, there's a little more of like a go with the flow kind of thing to it rather than like sit there and watch people walk by on their way to buy an art print.
Yeah.
So,
well, actually, that was my question too. What are you currently working on that like you would be promoting if you had it to?
well, the next thing I have coming out is I have a story in Venom, Black, White, and Blood #4.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be out next month,
Okay.
I believe. And it's a really fun story. It's Matt Gargan, the Scorpion, versus Venom, Eddie, and it's basically like this comes to the point in the timeline where Mac has lost the symbiote and wants it back. So it's like
okay.
So he, from his point of view, it's like he bought it and it's his. From Eddie's point of view, it's part of him. So there's a little bit of that like dichotomy of like, Eddie and the symbiote have sort of like this like old married couple relationship where they're like bickering and they kind of see each other as equal. Or like Gargan kind of looks at it as like I bought this thing
Like
to be
property.
powerful. It's mine. I want it back. And like that's like a lot of what the story deals with is just sort of like which one of them is a better host, or like which one does the symbiote belong with.
Is the symbiote, the Venom symbiote, the most complicated character in comic book history? Do you think?
Could be because it jumps from host to host, and then like each host is supposed to like have a part of it, and then I think like I think Johnny Cates and Ryan Segman did like made it like infinitely more complicated than it was.
It did in the black stuff.
King in Black stuff. But, like, and I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I think it's a really great thing. I love the whole King in Black saga.
Right.
But I think it just sort of like changed the rules a little bit. Whereas like before the King in Black saga, it was like, the symbiote was just sort of like, this thing. It's like you had Eddie's story, and then when you left Eddie, it would be like this guy could have it, or that guy could have it, or and it wasn't really it was almost like a piece of equipment you could give to somebody. Whereas I think Donnie and Ryan really brought it back to a place where like it's its own character with its own motivations and things like that.
Oh, they took it to the nth degree. I remember they made it so that like the symbiote was the reason that the King in Black was stuck on that symbiote planet. That was the whole reason. There was a symbiote dragon. So is this in that continuity? Because in that story, Venom, Eddie Brock became like the most powerful. You do have like the Silver Surfer axe, and you have the Power Cosmic. I know you didn't keep that after the story, but is this in that continuity? Is this after that, or is this something
Well, it's one of those,
adjacent?
it's one of those things where it's like it's not quite clear where any Black, White, and Blood story fits in terms of
That's
continuity.
cool. I like that.
But if you were going to put it into continuity, it would be pre King in Black,
Okay.
right before all that stuff happened. There was like a certain period of time where Eddie and the symbiote were just reunited and just sort of like running around doing normal Venom things, where like fighting crime and like stuff like that. So
That makes sense.
this story kind of takes place in that period of time. Whereas like also like Johnny and Ryan brought back Scorpion as I forget the name of the symbiote, but it was a new character that was basically like wanted to destroy Venom. So this story kind of like maybe bridges the psychology of the point of like there was a point when like he wanted it back, and then there was a point where he was just like, screw it, I'm done. I don't want anything to do with it. I want to actually kill you guys now. So this kind of like is maybe showing a little bit of like where that shift in psychology is coming from.
Do you like the freedom to be able to like not worry about where this fits in continuity wise?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun, especially for shorts. Like, like I've done a few. I did this. I did a short Superman Red and Blue.
Right.
I did one Batman Brave and the Bold, and then I also did a Spider-Man one last year for Into the Spider-Verse. And it's like the cool thing about it not being in continuity is that you don't you just save whatever space you would have needed to explain how it fits into continuity. You can just put that towards the story. So it's like you can just do you got 10 pages of story, 8 pages, whatever. It's like you don't need to even spend a panel being like here's where everything is in the universe, and here's where and how it all lines up. It's like you can just focus on your story and go to it.
Yes. There was that bunch of excitement here at New York Comic Con.
I don't know what's just picking up, but they have Batman cartoons playing for some reason. Really loud.
I mean, it looks good. Does it? Well, with the Tino Tunes with it. Oh, yeah. Right. Scooby-Doo. Here we go. Oh, big old Bane. All right. Oh, Waving the Beyond.
Yeah.
What they need to do, Terry McGinnis shit now. I don't know why they just have that in the closet. Anywho,
so you got the Venom story coming out. I mean, it's been a year. Anything like in your own stories coming out, or that you have out that people should be looking for?
Yeah. In terms of my own stuff, this has been sort of like I guess like a building year, where like a lot of the artwork is getting done and stuff hasn't actually been announced yet. But I have like 3 or 4 things on deck for next year, and they're going to be announcing soon. 2 of them are creator-owned, 2 of them are licensings. So that should be a lot of fun. But in terms of my own stuff, like I think if you kind of want to read some Rich Douek's greatest hits, I would try to get a hold of Road of Bones and Sea of Sorrows, But Shadows,
Wailing Blade.
Wailing Blade. My very first series, Gutter Magic, which came out in 2016. I actually got all the rights back to it. So what I did was I put it up for free, like on my website. You can go to my website. You can read the whole thing for free digitally. And next year, I'm going to be doing like a 10th anniversary edition, which has like the original series and follow-up series, which has never collected before, and a bunch of short stories that would be their first time in credit. It's basically like everything I've done for Gutter Magic, which is my first comic, my first love, whatever. Right. Just kind of like looking back on like 10 years of like doing stuff for it. So cool. Pretty cool. And that'll be on Kickstarter, at least to begin with.
Oh, all right. We'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let us know. We'll promote it on the show.
Yeah, we'll do.
All right. And let me think. It was what? You look you're 2 beers in, you're tired.
I'm not 2 beers in.
But anyway. Oh, you're 1.5 beers.
Yeah,
One and a half sitting over there. What's okay, I think I've answered this before, but you've worked on Batman, worked on Spider-Man, Venom now, Superman, Star-Lord, X-Men. Who haven't you worked on that you really want to shout at?
Oh, I know this one. I know this.
There's a few. I mean, like I always like say I have like a really killer Sabretooth story that I'll just tell one day.
Okay, you remember that.
Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange on the Marvel side, and on the DC side, I'd love to take a crack at. There's this guy called Ragman. I think there's like I think I have a really interesting pitch for him. And well, Ultra at Conan Barbarian story. Just I'm a big fan of the original series, and friendly with Jim Zed, who's like heading that up. So I'd love to do a story in Savage Sword one day.
We talked to him yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the interview that he didn't hit the record button.
Yeah, okay. The boss Jim Zed interview.
What do you think is better than taking a character everyone knows and loves, like Spider-Man or Batman, or taking like Ragman, who's a more obscure character?
I think there's pluses and minuses to both, because I think with every known character is going to come with certain like baggage and expectations. So it's like, if you were going to write a Batman story, it better be a damn good Batman story. You're going to look like kind of, you're going to be crying online for like not living up to the story. So like, I think with like a lesser known character, like, you call him like a duelist or a suicide, it's like you have like more of an opportunity, more leeway to do like a fresh take that people may not have like seen before. But I think in both cases, it's like what you're really trying to bring across is like your love of the character, why you love that character. What like I think for every major character you kind of get to play with, like there should be like a reason why you want to write that story, and it can't just be because seems like it would be cool to write a Batman story. Because it is cool to write a Batman story. Right. But it's like, but if you don't have like anything you want to like kind of say with the characters, it's kind of like, it's just an exercise in like pointlessness,
Actually, that's an excellent point. Yeah. Because you can love a character, but feel like everything's already been said.
Yeah.
Right. There's no explanation point to put on the end.
Yeah. It's like the trick that I learned on how to get around that, and it's not my trick. It was something that Jamie Rich, who was editing, he was editing in the Batman office at the time, and I did an inventory issue for him that will never see the light of day. But we were just sort of talking about like how to get there, and what he was saying was that, like with these well-established characters, a lot of times the variables and the new things to say come with the supporting cast. Yeah. So it's like, Batman's like your constant. Everybody knows what Batman is. Everybody knows what Batman does. It's like your new characters or your side characters, they're the ones that are like sort of like the variables, and the ones that are like going to be able to kind of show what Batman does in like a new way or a different light. So that's something I always just sort of keep in mind as like whenever I get one of these projects. It's like what am I doing with the people whose name aren't on the title.
Yeah, that's actually an excellent point too. I never thought about it that way. Yeah, because who was it that said this before? Like sometimes the more interesting character is like the villain of the story, right? Because they're what's driving it. Like Batman's already an established force. You know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
like the superheroes a lot of times, I think, and like there's a way to do it well and there's a way to do it poorly, but it's like they're often reactive.
Right.
Like Batman doesn't go into action until the Joker already kills 5 people breaking out of Arkham.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's just something that it's just the way the story is structured, like you deal with, but you can, there are ways to like work around it, ways to just sort of, still make the hero dynamic and still make the hero like, making choices and things like that.
Right.
So
You can't
always lively and the pressure.
It's all, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
there's a camera set up, there's people with mics standing in front of it, but
Yeah. We're seeing a whole bunch of cool Batman stuff. I know.
talking about Batman, yeah.
Face, I don't know.
Maybe because we don't have a lighting rig like they do over there.
Maybe I should get a mask.
That's it. There you go. Yeah. Let's do it mask. A Venom mask.
Here you go.
Venom mask and a Colossus mask, right? Well, you don't need a mask for Colossus. You just paint your face or you're good to go. Which maybe I should do next year, maybe. Oh. I think I might buy one of those Spider-Man masks down on the floor. All right. So you got any big plans for this weekend, or you just wandering around at this point?
Yeah, I'm just sort of like not wandering, like I have like purpose, like there's people I want to see,
Yeah.
and like I have like people I need to like follow up with about like projects that are like in motion, but I'm not like married to like a scheduled one, and that's kind of nice because it's like I get to sort of walk around Artist Alley and see my friends and not really have to worry like, oh, I got to go somewhere, like,
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because we bought a friend of ours, Tim Jones, who does a comic strip. So he's in like 63 newspapers across the country, but he's not syndicated yet.
Mm-hmm.
So he's actually spending time talking to people that do syndication and just trying to like get that moving now.
Yeah.
So
this is the place to do it.
Exactly.
Like everybody's here. Yeah. Like I do this con every year. I do San Diego every year, and it's like I do them for like business reasons. Like I do other smaller cons where like the goal is to like sort of like sit down and like meet new fans and like sign stuff. But like for big cons like these, it's like this is where the industry kind of comes together to kind of meet people and make plans, and so it's like if you really could only make one or two, it's like these are the one or two to try to make.
Oh yeah, I mean it's funny. Like, people don't realize that, right? Because people that are attending the con are just there to meet. Oh, yeah, they like, and that's it. But like when I used to volunteer and do a lot of the behind the scenes things, and like you would hear conversations on the cell phone, like deals are being made. It's crazy, and it's just like
and you never know. It's like a chance encounter could like lead to something. I mean, it could not. Like I ran into Robert Kirkman at Artist Alley like about like I don't know, probably 5 years ago.
Yeah,
and I handed him a copy of one of my books, thinking to myself like, you'll read that, and then immediately I'll be like, ready walking at a short story, and it never happened, but it could have. You know what I mean? It's like where else are you going to run into Robert Kirkman? You know what I mean? It's like
this is true.
Like not like where like he was doing signings where you like buy a ticket and wait online and have him sign your book and then you can talk to him. But I literally just like turn the corner and like there he is, and my brain is like, that's Robert Kirkman. You should say something. No, not that, idiot. You should say something coherent. But it worked out. He was a nice guy.
Right.
And I think he was very understanding of the fact that like for a lot of people get starstruck like when they first see it. So he was an absolute sweetheart.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, it's funny because like I do think like even I do sometimes, still like, who was it? Not that long ago. Oh, wait, like when I missed Dukes of Hazzard. Oh,
okay.
John Schneider.
John Schneider.
Yeah, like I had met a bunch of celebrities and everything already, but like I grew up watching Dukes of Hazzard,
Yeah.
So like when I met him, I was like, oh my God.
We all got our people that kind of like,
and he was like the nicest guy ever too, but yeah, it happens. Just like when you met Rich last year.
That's right. Absolutely.
I know.
fanboyed about his old man Sandberg book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Do
then,
you have any questions for Rich?
no, I mean, just are you enjoying the con? I mean, I don't know. It's great to see you. I don't want to say it.
too. Like, I'm glad we can come together for our annual tradition.
We do have over 62,000 subscribers, so I just want to make sure you tell them where to find what you need.
Yeah.
But
Where's the best place to find your books?
Best place, I would start at my website, which is rduek.com. And on that site, I just put in links where you will be able to kind of, if you go to where it says comics, you can click through and you can read all of Gun and Magic by clicking the link. And you can also click another link that's going to take you to previews of every original book I've ever written. Like, I can't put up the Marvel and DC stuff because I don't own it.
right.
But like, it's got the first 5 pages of Road of Bones, first 5 pages of Suits, first 5 pages of everything. So like, you can just try it before you buy it. And like, and if it looks like an interesting series to you, just follow the link and you can grab it usually at Comic Shop or on Amazon or wherever better comic books are
You
sold.
should be checking out Road of Bones, possibly one of the best independent comics ever created.
I appreciate that.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's how we met. I think I read it and I was like, I got to talk to this guy.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's one of my favorites here of like the stuff that I've done. So, but yeah, so if you go to our website, check it out. Excuse me. I have a mailing list you can sign up for there, and I send out that mailing list like, I don't know, once or twice a month. They try not to be too like annoying with it, but it's like, I'll talk about my projects and my process. I'll talk about the comics industry. I'll talk about AI and how I hate it. And
All right. Anyway, that's the question we've been asking everyone.
okay, sure.
Because Jim Lee just came out on Wednesday and made that big announcement that DC will not be using AI at all in creating comics.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like Don and I both kind of work in the tech industry, and AI is kind of an inevitability. Do you think there's an ethical way to use AI in the arts?
I'd say it's tricky. I think the ethical way, and I'm not even sure that not 100. I would say it's not even 100% ethical because you still. Guys, sorry. So what I'd say is the way that AI is currently set up, I'm not sure there's an ethical way because it is scraping data that is copyrighted and trademarked, and that's not going to be ethical no matter what you do. If they can figure out some equitable way to compensate people for having their stuff used in a model, then I think the ethical way to use it would be in pre-visualization and comping stages, where it's like if an artist needs to kind of like, an artist might use a reference photo, but if they can't find a reference photo, if they generate something with AI that they can use with reference and then go off of that, then like I have less of a problem with that than just sort of like telling the machine like, make me a comic page where Batman is punching Superman, you know what I mean? And then I'm just like, just throwing them. So I think it's not that there's not any ethical use case for it. I think it's just that it like, it's just sort of like a mediocrity machine. Like,
I agree.
I don't like, a lot of people feel threatened by it. I don't necessarily feel threatened by it. I feel sad about it more than I feel threatened by it because I don't think that it's able to really kind of like provide something with like a true point of view and something that's like truly standout, because it's basically like the way it works, it's basically just averaging. So it's like, it's averaging everything, and 90% of stuff out there is not that great. So even if you like only feed the good stuff into it, it's like then you don't have a wide enough thing to do anything original. So I think it's like the way I look at it, I'm like a little like, not to sound too corny, but I'm a little like punk rock in my approach. Like none of my favorite artists have ever won a Grammy. Very few of my favorite movies have ever won an Oscar. It's like,
Right.
I don't like stuff that like everybody finds,
Yes, sure.
everybody like thinks it loves, just is like popular. And it's not because I'm trying to be contrarian. It's just because it's like my tastes are different. And AI, everything I've ever seen generated by AI, I look at it and it's like, it looks like shit to me. And it's like, and like, I'm thinking like, I'm supposed to be afraid of this. Like, it's like, so from my point of view, it's like all like the popular and mediocre shit. It's like, I'm pushing against that anyway.
Right.
And it's pushing me into this corner of like where people who like what I do are going to like what I do. And it's like, I'm never going to be like Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never going
Right.
to have that kind of like
Yes.
broad appeal. So it's like, so I'm in my little niche doing my little thing anyway. And it's like, and I'm doing it against a fire hose of like mediocre content put out by popular people.
Yeah.
And I'm not slagging on anybody. I'm just
Sure.
in general.
No.
So it's like, okay. So now you're telling me that like, we're going to turn on 10 fire hoses and most of it's going to be computer generated. And so it's like the people who like my thing are going to find me and
Right.
we're going to do it. And it's like, and like, yeah, like it's inevitable, but I like to say like, I grew up on the X-Files, like fight the future. Like, like
Yes.
might not win, but I'll give you a black eye.
It goes back to like the idea of the 4 quadrants, right? And hitting that and making something popular.
Yeah.
And that's what AI is going to do. It's not going to like, but yet things end up becoming popular because it takes a left turn in the story that you weren't expecting. That doesn't hit one of those quadrants.
People love to be surprised.
Yeah.
AI, it's not that it's incapable of creating surprising things. It's just that it's like playing a lottery because I'll give a really good example. So very early days of AI, I think it was like ChatGPT 1 or whatever. And like, I was copywriting and advertising and they were like, oh, this is going to revolutionize your job. So I was just playing around with it and I put in like a script that I had written for a client that I thought wasn't really good, but like I just wanted to try something. So I was like, take this copy and make it funny. Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing spit it back out to me word for word in a pirate accent. It's like, oh, matey, like you should come on this vacation for blah, 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 like whatever the stupid copy was. And I laughed because that's fucking hilarious. That it misunderstood what funny meant to the point where it was like people find talk like a pirate, talking like a pirate funny. So that's how to make this funny. So like that was like inadvertently, but it did what I said. It made it fucking hilarious, but it didn't deliberately do that. It just sort of happened by chance.
Right.
And yeah, like you can fucking spin the roulette wheel of when your prompt goes in because nobody really knows what is going on, like how the thing is making these decisions. From what I understand, it's like a black box. So it's like, yeah, you're spinning the roulette wheel and you might hit or you might not, but just the amount of data that is like churning through it, the odds are against you actually hitting something unique and pointy.
Right.
It's the whole like if you have like, what was it, like 1,000 monkeys typing typewriters, eventually you'll get Shakespeare, but you're also going to get reams and reams and reams and reams of garbage.
That's actually the best analogy. And I do think that's what AI is. It's the infinite monkeys on
the monkey engine. Yeah.
It's the monkey engine. Just like in the Superman movie.
Yeah. Right. And it's like, I think the best case scenario for people like me and the industry and artists, and I think Jim gets it, and I think he probably nailed it, is that it's like there's a whole bunch of like mediocre, empty crap out there that gets pumped into our ears and our eyeballs every single day. Every time you open up Facebook, every time you open up TikTok, not this podcast, not here guys TikTok now. But I'm saying there's all this like empty soulless shit out of it, and AI is basically going to automate it so that the volume of empty, soulless shit,
Yeah.
corporate shit with nothing to say, nothing new, is going to get amplified to the fact that we're all going to feel like we're choking on it, and people will actually get hungry for something that is real and handmade and made with care and made with some thought, and like and that's when they'll come to us. It's almost like with like you know, processed food, like
Yeah.
you know, like you can only have so many TV dinners, and then you're just like, I really would love to have a home cooked meal.
Yeah.
And then when you have that home cooked meal, it's like, holy shit, like, you know. So like that's what we're doing. It's like people like me, like I think I'd say like 99% of comics creators and filmmakers, like we all, it's like we're the home cooks. Like we're gonna cook you, we're gonna cook you the mental, like nutritious meal and stuff. And it's like, and you can eat that garbage if you want, but it's not gonna fulfill you.
Right.
So all it's really gonna take is sort of people on the consuming end of it, looking at it and being like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to read this crap.
Yeah.
And then we'll still be here because we can't stop. I can't stop making comics. I've tried. It's impossible.
Very good.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess too, you kind of just said it too, but like, there's got to be young people too that are now growing up with AI who I'm sure there's still creative people out there that are like, what's the point? Because AI is just going to do everything. What would you say to like a young person who wants to get into comics or any kind of art form now?
I'd say that, you know, kind of like to not buy into the lie that the AI, that big tech in general is pushing. And that is that the lie is that anybody can do it. The lie is that, that your voice means nothing and you have nothing special to say. And what's the point of doing it if the computer can fucking do it anyway? It's like, the point of doing it is doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the thing with AI is that what it's robbing young creatives of is it's robbing them of the chance to not be good. And every creative has to go through that period of not being great because you learn what works and what doesn't. It's like if I wanted to make music, right?
Yeah.
And I bought a guitar and I'm like screwing around with it and it sounds terrible. Like if I really want to do something, if I really want to play guitar, over time I'm going to learn how to play the notes. It's like, and maybe with all that work, I'll get to the point where I can make something great. Or maybe I just get to the point where I can make something like baseline, like nothing special, but I can do it. With AI, it's like you're cutting out all that work, but you're cutting out the learning process. You're cutting out the chance of becoming great because you don't know the fundamentals.
Yeah.
You just know that, like, make me a song that sounds like Ozzy Osbourne meets I don't know, Beethoven. You know what I mean? It's like, and it'll do it.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get anything out of it. Like art, half of it is about sharing it with people, but the other half is making it. Like I've gotten more out of making comics and it didn't have to be comics. Like it could be music, it could be writing, it could be art, but it's like the process of making it. It's like you're creating something that did not exist before.
Yeah.
And that is a valuable thing and it's a beautiful thing. And if you're just having some machine do it, you're robbing yourself of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's like, yeah, like it sucks to like make something and then like have people critique it and be like, oh, like you should have done that. But it's like, it sucks even more to just do something that has nothing of you in it. You know what I mean? It's like if somebody showed me like, somebody played me like an AI song that they wrote, it's like, well, guess what? Like I could do the exact same thing. So your thing is not special. It's like, so it's like, you know, we all get into creating because we all have a point of view and like expressing that point of view is valuable, not just for what it means to the world. It's valuable for you, for yourself. It's like, it's your, like, not to get too like woo woo, but it's like your soul wanting to express something. And it's like, you're going to let like, you know, like the impracticalities of making a career out of it, like stop you. It's like, you don't need AI for that. Like that would stop you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's like, you know, it's not, it's like something in you that's got to get out. And it's like, and if you're going to, like, if it wants to come out and you want to let it out, like the world will respond to it. And it's like, you know, it's just the fact of doing it is valuable too. It's not just like, you know, you don't like have to play an arena to be a rock star.
True.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and yeah, you should let like some like technocrat's wet dream put out your fire.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Like it.
Well, I'm not going to ask you how you measure success because
Heady stuff. I know. We went deep into that.
Asking about it. We've been talking about AI art and stuff for over a year on the podcast. But we started talking about it before last year's New Year Comic-Con. And it's something we've been asking everybody about, and everyone's got really awesome thoughts about it and make really good points like you did. It's like AI's IKEA, but someone like you is like the Amish furniture maker. There's a world of difference.
Yeah.
There's a lot of soul there in the one product and nothing in the other. The
Mustache.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Get you a hat.
you can always count on Don for the odd
Yeah.
simile
Yeah.
metaphor.
I like it. No, I like that metaphor a lot. Like, it makes a lot of sense, and that's like kind of how I look at it too.
All right. Well, make sure you go and check out ardoit.com. Get his books. And thank you, sir. Always a pleasure to talk.
Oh, man, absolutely, man. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was a fairly long conversation there, Don and Dave. You don't know how to edit? No, I'm kidding. I wanted to leave the whole thing in raw because he has said some great things, and it was a fun conversation. Great catching up with friends. Yeah, as for me and Don, we're doing great. Again, we just decided to take the night off. Still recovering a little bit from the show. Had a great time. We have got one more great interview with David Pepos, which I have to clean the audio up on. Sorry about that, David. So that should be out soon. That might just get released as a separate video on the YouTubes. But yeah, again, this is because the one with Rich was so long. Figured it was a good whole episode. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked some of the things he had to say because he's a smart guy. He's a great writer. And again, a good friend. So on that note, I am so glad you tuned in and watched this. And until next time, as always, don't let your cape get caught in the door. See you next time.
If you haven't done so yet, subscribe. It really keeps this podcast alive. Smash the like button if you please. It gives us what we need. Maybe leave a comment or two. It's a really nice thing to do. And what are you